Pour up, ladies. I'm on my second glass. Where you at? Something I find very funny is how people are popping up with these quarantine bays. Looks aren't everything, but I would be lying if I didn't say that they do get you in the door sometimes. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a chatty get ready with me, and I already have my foundation and brows done. So we're pretty much just gonna get started with the rest of it. But I have some very juicy topics that I'm so excited to get into. So we're just gonna get started. My first topic that I wanna get into, I was kind of debating if I was gonna talk about this, but we're already here, so why not? If I had to describe dating in 2020 with one word, it would probably be...
I am disgusted.
I feel like in this day and age, you see a lot of women as the pursuers and aggressors in dating or whatever. And that's not to say that this is a bad thing at all, especially if it's successful for you. But it's just not the thing for me. I had this one guy literally tell me that in order for our dating experience to work out, that I would literally have to come with like a more aggressive attitude of the I want you and I'm attracted to you, because that's just not him to do that. So basically I would have to be the one to do that. What are you doing to pursue me? Also, forgot to mention, I got me some Starter Home pink Moscato on the side. So ladies, get your glasses up and have a drink. But yeah, like, I do value men, but what are you doing to keep me? Like, why you telling me this, that, and the third? Are you making me feel like that? I had this one guy friend tell me that he got so used to females coming up to him first, like at the bar, whatever, that he got lazy. Straight up lazy. He told me females would actually buy him drinks at the bar. Where's my Mario? Let's go. Mario, where are you? Okay. There it is. This has happened to you where like something could literally be in your face and you still not see it? Spraying my beauty blender with some Mario Badescu spray. It's already moist though. But yeah. But yeah, I had my guy friends tell him that he got so used to females coming up to him first that he started expecting it. And like I said, it's not a bad thing for women to shoot their shot, especially if it's just naturally in them. It's just not what I prefer to do. And the thing about that is this: when you choose to shoot your shot first, you then place yourself in the position of the pursuer. And that person that you're pursuing looks at them as the prize. And it's not to say that they're not the prize, but I will say that I do feel like once you do that, it can kind of set the standard for how the rest of the dating experience or relationship will go. Again, this is not a bad thing if you're a woman or a man who would like to be the pursuer or the dominant in a relationship. If you're the type of woman that's comfortable being the pursuer, then that's the ideal situation for you. But if you're a woman that still likes to be approached but doesn't really want to have to shoot the shot, then I feel like all you really have to do is place yourself. Like, literally position yourself. And for all my girls, I actually have a few good steps that you could take that will help you in a situation like this. And I was literally just talking to my best friend about these steps, but I really feel like they're killer steps and you'll be thanking me. So yeah, it's 2020 and I still don't have the cream contour. So step number one, look good. And that's literally like physical appearance. When you go to the club or the bar or wherever you see attractive men at, look good. You know, looks aren't everything, but I would be lying if I didn't say that they do get you in the door sometimes. But yeah, look good. It could literally be what it is that sets you apart from everybody else. Second step, eye contact. If you see a cute man across the bar or whatever, throw him some cute funny eye contact. There's no harm in that. And I don't mean the scary eye contact, not the no, we don't like that. Men or women, you don't like that. I mean the, you know, the subtle flirty eye contact that literally draws him in, not pushes him away. No. Step number, is this 3 or 4? I think this is step number 3. Yes, 3. Good energy. So like, if you just got over a breakup, or if you're just like in a bad mood, you just been in a funk or whatever, then now would probably not be the best time for you to be practicing these steps for multiple reasons. But if you are in a good mindset, if you are in a good headspace, then you should have a very welcoming energy and use this time to tap into your feminine energy. And as a woman, we all have feminine energy. An example of just like feminine energy could literally be like that softness in your voice that you have, you know, when you're talking to somebody cute or whatever. And I know I'm not the only one that knows what that softness is. There is a name for that voice that you have every time Beth calls. Step number 4, which I already said, but I'm just gonna say it again, is to place yourself. I feel like it's one of the most important steps, because like it's literally the step that will get him to notice you. So an example for this could be like, say for instance, you see an attractive guy sitting like diagonally across from the bar. So then you could use that as your opportunity to go up to the bar and get you some water. And at that point, you're placing yourself in his clear eye view, and you know, like, just take a moment to do step 2, give him some good eye contact. And then, you know, look back at the bar, wait for your water or whatever. Another good example of placing yourself could be, say for instance, he's at the bar and the ladies' room is right there. Take that as your opportunity to go to the ladies' room, and when you come out, with that good eye contact, he'll probably be like, who is that? Boom, there you go right there. At that point, he should be running to you like a tiger. So yeah, that's just my little spiel on what can help you out. But understand that if the guy doesn't actually end up coming to approach you, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you did something wrong. He could literally be taken. Or in some case scenarios, he could literally just not be interested. And that happens. I'm going to be honest with you. It does happen. And again, it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you. You could honestly be dodging a bullet. Speaking of dating 2020, Love is Blind. So if y'all don't know, Love is Blind is basically a series on Netflix, and it follows 14 women and 14 men basically on a blind dating experience. The goal of the show is for the cast to actually find true love, and whoever finds true love gets married at the end, and like legitimately married. The 15 men and 15 women basically take turns dating each other through a wall. This goes on for about a good month until you have those couples that choose to propose to each other. And by proposing is the only way that the couple will actually be able to see each other face to face. I hope I'm explaining this right. Let me try again. So you have 15 men, 15 women. They each take turns dating each other. Follow me? And the couples that kick it off the most are the ones that get proposed to. The ones that get proposed to are the couples that actually get to see each other face to face after the blind dates. Now remember, it's a month of blind dates. So while dating, these people never see each other. They're literally like talking to each other through a wall, like asking each other very good questions. This is makeup, by the way. They're asking each other, you know, those very good key questions that you ask on first dates, just really getting to know each other. Fast forward to the couples that actually surpass the dating life and get proposed to. They now get to meet each other face to face, where they really see if love is blind. Can they stand the test of love? Like, I seriously wish I could have did some reaction videos to that show, because when I tell you, certain episodes would just blow my mind. Like, you know the Mr. Krabs meme? Honestly, I was contemplating on whether I would want to go on that show or not. I was like, but I told myself, for me to go on that show, I have to like be at least 30 years old and not found true love yet. And I promise you, it's a really good show, especially like during this quarantine that we're on or whatever. Gosh, the quarantine. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those few people who didn't take the coronavirus as seriously as I should have, or not even few. It was a lot of people that did not take it as seriously as it should have been taken. But honestly, it is so real. Like, a very close friend of mine told me that her grandfather was diagnosed with it, and honestly, I just pray that he has a speedy recovery and that the family provides him the support that he needs, because this is a very scary time. Really scary because it's just being carried on for so long, and we still have so many questions. Like, there's so much information out there, yet there's really no information at all. You see the government having these debriefings every day, these press release conferences, and it's just like, we still have no answers. There's still not a cure. It's scary because you have these healthcare professionals telling you that they literally don't have the proper equipment to take care of these patients. You have, like my friend, she's an EMT, and she told me she just had 2 coronavirus patients last night. And I think that's what's like making it even more scarier for me, is that it just gets closer and closer to home. That's just really even more the importance of social distancing, because even though we don't have the answers right now, it's important that we do our part and distance ourselves so that, you know, we can get back to regular living, that we can have the summer of our dreams that we want, take that hot girl summer. Like, I really feel for all the people who are scrambling over groceries. People are literally acting like vultures in the grocery store. It's disgusting behavior. And I still don't understand why everybody is rushing to grab tissue like it's the last piece of chicken on the plate. It's just beyond me, like, tissue. But this is very serious. It took for me to see sick elders just suffering and lonely, and the number is continuously rising, to realize how serious it is. On a brighter note, I'm grateful for the people that are kind of trying to replace fear and panic with humor. You literally go on Instagram and just see all these memes, all these challenges. What, they had the shot challenge going on, they had the pretty girl challenge going on, they're doing all these TikToks and everything.
Yeah, I thought she could never get loose. I thought she could never get loose. I thought she could never get loose. Get loose, get loose.
People are really trying to, like, just try to, like, bring some type of light and positivity to the situation. And, like, right now, I think that's really what we need. I was having a conversation with a few friends the other day, and we were talking about support. And looking at support in a clear-eyed view, I think that support is a very positive thing. People love when they have support. It's like a breath of fresh air. It makes people feel good to be supportive and to be supported. As we talk deeper into it, the topic of fake support came up. I guess I'll just give a few examples of what I mean by fake support. So, you have 2 types of fake support that we were talking about. One being, yikes. One example of fake support being a person supporting you solely because of the fact that they expect that support to be returned. So not because they genuinely like whatever you're doing, like if it's content, whatever content that you're putting out, or sports, whatever sport you're doing, but literally because they expect for them to receive that support when it's time for them. And then you have another type of fake support, which is support that comes from people who weren't with you shooting in a gym, but are your #1 fan after you reach whatever goal it is that you wanted to reach. And looking at it, honestly, between the two, I'd rather have no support. And I feel like starting a business kind of taught me that you have to keep going and just keep striving regardless of support. Because if you rely solely on support, you'd probably be pretty hurt in the beginning. No support? Do it. No motivation? Still do it. If it ever comes a time where you feel like your family and friends aren't supportive, or they're kind of like, they just genuinely don't care about what you have going on, then don't share it with them. Because I feel like at that point, it just becomes a huge distraction from what you're supposed to be doing, which is creating. Something that helped me was actually going to networking events and like just meeting people that were like-minded, that were kind of working on some of the same things that I was, so I can have people to share it with that also liked it too. And in turn, that created like a support system for me. Going to those networking events and meeting those new people was like literally the start of how I met so many wonderful people. And honestly, I didn't even realize that I was doing this, but I was also tackling my social anxiety at the same time. I grew up as a very shy person, so like, you know, sometimes making friends was just kind of hard for me. And doing this kind of like reminded me of that, but the more that I did it, I realized that it wasn't anything to be afraid of. You have to place yourself into uncomfortable positions and positions that could possibly get you rejected to truly get over your fears. If it's ever a point in time where you feel like people just aren't relating to what you're doing, or you're not getting that support, try going to a few networking events. You know, meeting new people, people that are interested in the things that you're interested in, and just form a support group off of that. So, for all my people that are having a hard time getting support, I know it's easier said than done because I used to be that person too, but focus on the craft. Like, solely focus on the craft, because the craft is what really matters. With that as your number one goal, I promise everything will align for you the way that it's supposed to align. Something I find very funny is how people are popping up with these quarantine baes. Like, where are y'all finding these quarantine baes at? I done seen like about 4 people pop up on my close friends with quarantine baes, and I'm like, sis, were you not just single like me? Like, Instagram close friends is a trip, I tell you. People be living whole other lives on there. But don't worry, my girls. I got you. Secret safe for me. This one shadow is literally all I'm gonna use on my eyes. I'm kind of doing that method where you take one tone and kind of make it look like it's two. So I'm just like wisping it up toward my brow. We're only going to club living room anyway, so why not? Side note, check on y'all's Aries friends. Our birthdays are literally canceled. Like, y'all know that meme where it's like, check on your Aries friends because their birthdays is canceled this year? It's me. I'm that meme. Check on me. Funerals can't even continue on. Like, and that's so crazy. Like, funerals? The dead can't even rest in peace? Rest in peace to those beautiful souls affected by the coronavirus. I had to put my lashes on off camera because of this reason right here. Got some glue right there. I'm not skilled at putting on lashes and talking. Unfortunately, I do not have that superpower. I was watching The Reel today, and it brought on the topic of having more than one soulmate. And it got me to thinking, oh, uh-oh, we're out of wine. I'm gonna pour up again. These things know they strong. How much percent alcohol is this? 10%? Okay, I feel a little tipsy just off one. Pour up, ladies. I'm on my second glass. Where you at? They brought up the topic of having more than one soulmate, and I went into the comment section and actually saw a very good comment. This one girl mentioned that she feels that you can have more than one soulmate because she feels like her best friend and her partner are her soulmate. I really related toward what Lonnie said when she mentioned that, you know, people grow daily. Like, you're not the same person that you were in year 1 of the relationship as you will be in year 3 of the relationship. I want to say that you can almost choose your soulmate because there's so many people in the world. I do feel like it is true that you grow when you change throughout the years. And that's why I feel like it's so important to make sure that you have a person whose values line up with yours. If you're dating a person whose goals don't align with yours, then 5 years down into the relationship, you could realize that you're incompatible with that person. I feel like that kind of plays a part in who you choose, because I feel like there is a soulmate for everyone. I just feel like it's also your part in making sure you have good discernment along the way. Comment below in the comments how you feel about multiple soulmates. Do you think it's possible to have multiple soulmates? Do you think it's possible to have 2 soulmates or more at the same time? Or do you feel like you go through people during periods of your life? What do you think? If you know me, you know I love this setting spray. Okay, so I couldn't find the tweet, but it was this one topic of basically a man saying that submission shouldn't be based on financial reasons, but instead choosing which man should run the household. Something like that. I really wish I could find the tweet because it didn't make sense whatsoever. But I'll still talk about it. My thoughts on submission, I would be lying if I didn't say that submission, when I think of it, I didn't also think of financial terms as well. Like, if as a woman I'm paying all my bills, I have my own house, I have my own car, all my bills are in my name, and there's no help whatsoever, and I have a man in the house that's not offering me help, I'm not going to just have that submissive nature, especially if he's still the type of man that's like getting on his feet. However, if I do have a guy in the picture who has a plan, a goal in mind, and he sees a future for us, and he lets me know that he sees a future for us, then yes, I would be willing to. But like, people have to understand that people do not naturally submit to people who do not have a clear-eyed view for them in the future. Like, in order for me to submit to a man, I have to know that he has made me a priority. I have to be comfortable with him first and foremost. Like, I have to trust him 100%, and I have to know that, like, regardless, even if the road is looking a little gray or whatever, that I know because I'm with him, things will be okay. And if I don't see that in a man, no. And that's what I was saying before. People have to stop thinking that submission should just come regardless of what the terms are. Like, no, that's not realistic in today's day and society. Women especially are not just going to submit to you just because. You have so many women nowadays winning in CEO positions, women running their own businesses. You have millionaires that are women at the age of 20. The social dynamics have changed drastically. Women no longer need men to get the resources that they need for daily living. They no longer need men to get them the next foot forward. And I feel like in this generation, you're really seeing that. And I feel like that ties in with submission, because women just aren't going to submit if they know that their man does not have a vision for the future. But anyway, that's my little spill. Tell me your thoughts on letting a man lead. How do y'all feel about it? Let me know in the comments. For my hair, I just use this water bottle right here. It's the GOAT because it's like a mister. You just literally keep spraying it down really fast, and it literally just like mists itself. Like, it's the GOAT for real. My outfit I'm going to be keeping on my robe because, like I said, we're going to be going to the club living room. But that concludes this try to get ready with me right here. So let me know in the comments how you feel about women shooting the first shot, multiple soulmates, and submitting to your man. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, turn your post notifications on. And if you'd like me to do more try to get ready with me, then leave some topics in the comments, and I'll definitely get started on another one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.